Um, you actually did something there that keyed me into making a quick comment before I hand this over to Kazan here. I get probably once every other week, maybe once a month, requests for people to take the calendar off of Avatar Circle. Um, to be as blunt with everybody as possible, I put it on Avatar Circle so there could be a joint effort from everyone, and I don't put the events on that calendar. Everybody contributes to those, so it's everybody's calendar. And what I would say is, absolutely anybody who wants access to that calendar, please use it, please grab it. It's awesome that it blows up and is used everywhere. You can view the source code, copy and paste my source code wherever you want it, and you can grab it from different time zones. I've got 5 different time zones on there, so you can pick the one that fits you the best. My thing would be respect the people who put the information in there. So if you have a war going on with the BMC Alliance, and you are the Bear Tavern Alliance, and the Bear Tavern Alliance goes on to grab the BMC calendar to sabotage them. Um, I don't know how that's going to work out, and that's the only thing I look at as a potential downside of having everybody's information broadcast across the world. But that's the goal, right? I want everybody to have it. So if you are a designer, a coder, or just somebody who has a WordPress site that wants to copy paste some stuff, go grab it. Get it out there. The more places that this calendar exists, the better. I'm not an exclusivist, so yeah. That being, go ahead.
One last thing, just to add to what you just said, if people have a website or a news site of any type, and they want to have it within the application, of course, let me know. I'll do my best to go vet it, of course, make sure we're dealing with a site that has everything set up on the back end. But I am completely open to add in more news sites with RSS feed. I'm more than willing to add more calendars if need be. The way I see it is, the more the merrier. So just let me know. And it's at the core, this is about the community. So we're trying to, like, this app is all about that. We're combining everything that has been sort of parsed out to other places and other venues, and combining it so it's one source. But at the core of it, the community members drive this machine, and there's just some of us that put it together for you all.
So before I push this over, does anybody have any questions about functionality and usability of the app?
Yeah, I do. Just one little quick thing. What about the ability to add guilds, add your guild to the app, and like guild listing type thing?
Yeah. So there's a lot of ideas that that have come to the table with regard to guilds and whatnot. So I don't know if the app, if we're going to put a scene in this app for guild-specific information. An idea that I've spun up and I'm sort of jotting down on a paper towel still is maybe putting together a new kind of app that's more guild or PvP/guild, or 2 different kinds of apps that are more driven towards that. That way the focus is and the intent of it is more obvious versus it's hidden underneath a scene somewhere. So it's all possible. Let's just put it that way.
Amber, if you want to talk, now's the time.
Awesome, thanks. Sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt anyone. I just want to put out good words on that app, and if you want it, make sure you get a hold of Material. As some have known, I have had to take moments, days away from the community not being able to be here. If it were not for that app, 1, I would not be able to hear the radio. Awesome work on that. 2, IRC would not be available to me. So many different things with this app is just wonderful. So definitely make sure you get it, keep it updated, and kudos to Matt because it's freaking awesome.
Anybody else with a functionality comment about the app? Hey, Winfield, can you say that out loud so all the viewers can hear it and then he can answer it?
Sure, buddy. Winfield here. Matt, how do we reach you for ideas and collaborate with you?
Yeah, so known as Material on the forums. You can find me there, or if you wanted to send me an email, it's material@hotmail.com. That's really the best way. We're in game. If I happen to be in game name's Material too, and that's Matterio. And I'm easily found. Or you could, and one other way, I always hang out in the Avatars Radio IRC, and I tend to be over in the Phoenix Republic's TeamSpeak or Avatar Radio's TeamSpeak. So just gonna find me.
I have a comment on the app. It doesn't work well with older Samsung devices. I don't know about the new ones yet that run Android. So just my 2 cents.
Yeah. So we've gathered a lot of information in the test and in the developments of the app, both on the iOS and the Android side. So with future releases, I think we have enough information to improve the functionality. Of course, there's going to be a legacy sort of stop where we can support certain phones and not. But I think the phone you're talking about, with just a little bit of a revision of the code, we're going to be able to get that up in tip-top shape.
All right, now I have a slam bang surprise for you, Materio. I want to know if you are going to add chocolate chip cookie recipes to the app anytime soon in Runic. Are those going to be available for the public through this app?
Geez, I might have to get a secret squirrel beta test group, so I don't know, we might have to talk offline for that, or make that as some Easter egg hidden functionality somewhere within the app. Hints, hints.
All right, so without taking too much longer here, I want to push this over to probably the #1 request I get personally that I have to field is about the calendars. And a lot of people are struggling right now. Just to let you know, Portalarium has been talking to me over the past 3 months about how to better work with these calendars. And 3 months ago, they gave me the ability to start copy-pasting the content from the calendar and giving it to them in the form of a book to put in the game because people wanted something in the game they could see, and they didn't have the code to rip from the calendars. I know that they are working with Port Phoenix. I know that they're working with Kaizen with these events right now, and they're working to try to make this information as easy as they can, but this is still really early right now, okay? This game is so early that most developers that I know wouldn't be willing to show it to the public at the phase that it is right now. So keep that in mind, and we're trying to use it to play for an everyday game, so we're trying to create content to fill a game that doesn't actually have much content, and then we're trying to get the information about the content we created out. So this next little portion here, what I really want to do is I want to have Wrath/Kaizen. I would like to have him go over what his next event is and show everybody how to get that information in at least one method. So, hey, take it away, bud.
Sure. Yeah, hey guys, obviously Kaizen, Wrath here. Events are, I think, pretty much the lifeblood of this game. So I think that you were talking about the calendar and everything earlier, and I think that the calendar is a really important piece of the puzzle that draws everybody together. And there's been more than one time in events that I or Amber or other people that have been at these events, and they've basically said, look, there's not as much to do in the game because it's early, like you said, and if it wasn't for these events, then I wouldn't be here past this time. So the question is how to get to them. So I'm going to share the screen here. If I can, what's that? So I'm going to share a screen here with a couple of tabs. And this here is one of the calendars, which you can find at sodaevents.com. This calendar is originally started by some members of BMC and some other folks, and this shows a little bit more graphical version of the calendar, but it definitely has some events that are listed here. And if you don't have that, then you don't want to go to that, you also can go to Avatar Circle. By going to avatarcircle.com and then going over to the events tab, you actually can see the calendar, which we've seen a few times since we started talking here. So, you know, whenever you go to these calendars, you look down, just find the dates and times that, you know, of all the events that are happening, and kind of, you know, find something that suits you. There's PvP, there's PvE, there's role-play events, dance parties, anything that interests you in this community, you could probably find it on one of these two calendars. Now, as for what my next event is actually going to be, it's kind of funny because we've been prototyping. Oh, that's funny. Well, I can't. I'm doing the stream that's actually on Google, and it won't actually bring up a second tab to share. Yep. But the next event that we're actually holding, we've been prototyping an idea, and we're going to try to have it out this weekend. So I'm going to probably put that on the schedule by the end of today. And this next weekend, we're actually going to be holding an event that's basically a game show that mixes a little bit of Let's Make a Deal with a little bit of Minesweeper. So, and it's an all-inclusive elimination game that will include prizes, include real prizes, by the way. The grand prize is going to be a $5 gift card to the Shroud of the Avatar store. And you know, this game I'm hoping will bring people together. But this particular game show will also has the ability for you to get eliminated. So you have to choose whether or not to keep going and keep the prizes you have, and have the possibility of getting eliminated and lose the prizes. So I'll put that up there and hope everybody comes out next weekend.
So, out of curiosity, just so I can throw I think the one other method that is there that didn't get mentioned, how much of your guys' stuff do you cross-post in the forums as well?
You know, I post a couple of things in the forums now and then, but I have to admit that I'm horrible personally with the forums.
I am as well.
I don't post a lot of things on the forums because I like having the calendars. I like having a central place that I can just flip to and like what's going on.
And see all of it in one view, yeah.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people live the forums, and there is a sub-forum for community events in each release that you can go to. But the calendar, both in-game and on the websites, tends to be a really good quick reference point. You don't have to dig through various posts.
I'm actually, if you're okay with it, I'm going to share off that forum view real quick and show that to people. So I'm going to come down here, and you get this player events sub-forum, and then inside there you can look at the current, release, and you can get the different events that people have made thread posts about. I'm really bad at this as well. I think a forum is a terrible place to go for a calendar, but that being said, it's another method that a lot of people do like to use, so it's good for people to know.
I would also like to say, because Amber mentioned this, if you're in game, tune into the radio, using the radio. I think the top and bottom of the hour, a lot of times they're announcing what events are coming on. So there's no shortage of ways that you can find out what's happening in the community.
That's so true.
Awesome.
And you don't always have to be seated at your computer to find out these events, with the app. You could be in your car driving home from work. You can hear Amber talking about an event, or Kazin for that matter. I happened to do that yesterday with the great speech about not being a certain kind of. So yeah.
So, if anybody has a comment to make about the calendar's functionality or usability there, please go ahead and throw that out.
Yes, I love the calendar on the Phoenix Republic page and the Avatar Circle page. Avatar Circle handles everything. Phoenix Republic, of course, is specific to the Republic stuff. But Avatar Circle, I have found that all the information I need is there. And if it's not there, I'll go find the group and find out what went on, like somebody oversleeping.
All right.
Burn.
So I'm gonna take a moment to do a little unscheduled pause here, and I actually want to show something off. And it is how I believe the community works together. Okay, and this isn't true about everybody here. I want to be very clear. Out of the 99 percentiles, this is true. There's going to be a 1 percentile that don't work well. But that being said, basically everybody you deal with, if you ask them for something, they should give it to you. And one of the things I wanted to show off right now is nbnn.info. They're putting together like this big collective stream feed, and they talked to me about utilizing the calendar. And essentially the same calendar that you see on Avatar Circle is over here on the right of their page. And it's the exact same calendar. They literally copy-pasted the code over. And they were nice enough to talk to me about it first, but I just want to put the public offer out there. You can do this without asking me, and I don't care. So if anybody wants this calendar on their guild website to make it easier for their members, great, take it. I don't care. If anybody's starting up a fan site like NBN Info did, take it. I don't care. I mean, I can't say this any other way besides the easier you guys access the information, the better it is for everybody. And that was my end goal. I do want to pause for a second before we get into Winfield's player-owned town piece here, and I want to do a little segue handoff. So Winfield has something around his neck, and I want to ask him to talk about it. But before he does, I want to talk about something in my hand and on my head. So I'm a big, big fan of community stuff. Our community all wanted to have swag. They wanted items, physical stuff you can touch and hold, that reminded us of this crazy guy, Richard Garriott, that came out with a video game inside of a box with cool swag. And every publisher out there said, no, we don't want to, we're not going to, yada, yada, but he did it anyway, and those of us who are diehard fans love him for it. So talking about swag with Soda, it was kind of hard to get a hold of some of that swag. So one of the guys that's out there that gives out officially licensed swag for an affordable rate is Relics by Rild. And I'm going to share this site real quick, and then I'm going to show you some of his swag. So Relics by Rild, very easy to go through. You essentially can just click on whatever you want and buy it, and you can request PayPal. So the hat I have on my head